Howdy, friends. Welcome to the stream. How's everybody doing? Glad you guys are here. Later than we wanted to be, but we're here and we are about to run Dark Souls Massacre Run, boys. This run's pretty crazy, killing every enemy in the entire area plus the boss without dying has proved to be quite challenging from time to time. And we haven't even hit the really hard parts of Dark Souls 2 yet. We're still pretty close to the beginning, honestly. So, yeah, I'm excited to do it though. Enjoying this run. Dark Souls 2 is peak. It definitely is underrated, overhated. So I like to show it some love when we can. We did a massacre run through Dark Souls 1 last year, and that was really fun. So I'm interested to see how much harder Dark Souls 2 is going to be versus what we did in Dark Souls 1. Because Dark Souls 1 was tough and it took a long time. Um but only some of the areas were real sticking points. Um I think Dark Souls 2 might have more sticking points this time around. It's just my guess. We do have a little tiny bit of news tonight, very small stuff. I think a trailer to watch and then like one or two news topics to go over. So we'll do that at the end of the stream as we like to do. And then aside from that, it's just going to be a nice chill stream of rage and death. Is probably what's going to end up happening. So yeah. We after this week though, so after today I should say, because we won't have a stream tomorrow or Sunday. We'll probably be transitioning out of challenge runs for a little bit. We'll come back to these eventually, but I have a bunch of games I want to check out before we start our playthrough of um, the Relic, which comes out at the end of July. So we're gonna jump in and try out a bunch of different stuff. I want to try out the new Witchfire patch that just came out, or I should say update, I guess. And then I want to try Convergence mod for the first time. Never played modded Elden Ring before, and they're about to launch patch 3.0 for the Elden Ring Convergence mod. So I want to jump in and try that out. Couple indie games I'd like to try out. We need to finish our Crimson Oath playthrough so we can move on to another one. Like Stone Matcha is one I really want to get booted up and going. So we got a lot of things on the docket, a lot of things in the future, a lot of like fringe Souls-like things we're going to check out, and I think it's going to be a ton of fun. But to do all that, we got to take a break from these challenge runs we've been doing here lately and move on to some other things. So should be a ton of fun though. We're gonna enjoy it. We will enjoy it together, I should say. Why does it? Why is Demon Souls always part of this? I'm not playing Demon Souls. I won't do it. I've done it enough. Actually, I will do it again, but not today. Not today. Let's see, we need a Dark Souls 2 picture. Let's see here. Yeah, right there. That'll work. Bam. Put this down a little ways. Almost. Almost. Yeah, that'll work. Oh my god. This, we need to drag this down here. And we'll change our words. Everything and don't die. Words to live by right there, ladies and gentlemen. Kill everything and don't die. Might be the best strategy we have ever implemented on stream in the history of the universe. Um, Let me do this real fast. I can't type today. What's up? Little Joe, what's up, dude? How are you? Hot take Dark Souls 2 is my favorite Dark Souls. Wow. I don't think that's too hot of a take. I've actually heard a lot of people with that same opinion. I think people perceive it. Oh, what are you doing here? Get out of here. I think a lot of people perceive it to be like it shouldn't be people's favorite Dark Souls game. And so, that might sound crazy to some people, but to me, that sounds perfectly reasonable. It's not my favorite Dark Souls, but it is, to me, it's better than Dark Souls 1. So I would put it as my second favorite Dark Souls game. Easily my second favorite. Time marches on. Time marches on. We need to shoot. I need to see. Oh, let me do this. Easy. I almost spilt can of soda all over the place. Get some sound in here. There's the glorious. Oh wait, we gotta. You guys probably can't hear it yet, can you? Boom. There you go. Now you can. Need to see what our death counter's at. Last time we played this, let me look. And it was May 22nd was the last time we played Dark Souls 2. Yeah, because the Mortal Shell beta came out and all that stuff. Wow, that's crazy. That's a long time ago. Almost a month ago now. So how many deaths should we be at? I need to double check, make sure we're not false advertising here. We're probably like 1 or 2 deaths, I bet. Around that. $15. That's actually better than I thought it would be. Alright, so we need our death counter set to 15. Death count to 15. $57, $86. Oh no, $96. Yeah, it's hated a lot, crazily. It is, yeah. I mean, to be 1,000% fair, it's Massacre. That's a goated character name. It did some things that definitely caused people to hate it, and they made a couple bad decisions that I think rubbed people the wrong way. But it should not. It doesn't. doesn't need to be as hated as it is, for sure. That's unwarranted. Have you ever heard of Grime? I have heard of Grime. It's a unique Souls-like, well received with lots of 9 out of 10 reviews. Yeah, I own Grime. I haven't played it. I played the demo to the second one, but I like a little bit of it. But I haven't played the original Grime yet. But I do own it. I have it on Steam. Let me do a quick check here before we get rolling. Yeah, one of these days we'll try Grime. I don't know when. Maybe we'll do it soon. Oh, friggin', that's a false alarm. That was just a test. Normally I would shout you out, but Meld Studio Fan is a fake one. I had a fake subscriber sign up so that I look good on stream. This is how I roll. Alright, which weapon is this? Yeah, we'll stick with this. Yeah, so, like next week we're gonna transition out of challenge run mode for a while and start trying out a bunch of new games and updates on games and stuff. And so that might be a time to try out Grime and hopefully many others. We're gonna try Witchfire. We're gonna try, or I should say the new update for Witchfire. We're gonna try I'm planning on trying the Convergence mod with the new 3.0 patch for Elden Ring. Maybe, and probably a bunch of others before the Relic launches at the end of July. Yeah, one Estus class still. Nine Souls is brutal too. Yeah, I've played and beaten Nine Souls. I did a review of it on my channel. It's one of the hardest games I've ever played in my life, honestly. The final boss of Nine Souls is the hardest Souls-like boss that I've ever fought in my entire Souls career. Oh, slut bag. Oh, I was gonna backstab you to make you feel bad. Big Bonker, what's up, bro? How you doing? Come on down here. Come see Poppy. Come see Poppy. Let's go. Let's kill everything. This is what we've been trained to do. I don't know why I did that. I'm a tard. I'm an idiot. You know what? Why not? Let's start everything off with a nice crisp death. Oh yeah. Get the fire bombs being chucked at us. This is good. Yes. This is why you guys watch. Now watch me handle all of them without taking a single hit. All right. That was fun. Okay, moving on. I need to go back to the bonfire. That's why we did that. I think I left something there. All right. Oh, I guess I didn't leave it here. Never mind. False alarm. This is such a long area. There's so many enemies. Don't do that. How the F did you do that, bro? Quit turning. Why is he doing that? Why did he do that? He never does that. He never turns. Yeah, this is freaking weird. That was dumb. But we're gonna rush the archer directly. Oh my god, what a shot! Holy crap, how did he hit me? Oh, he's still alive. Come out here real fast. Easy. These dudes can be real jerks sometime, you know. Maybe rushing the archer right here is not the most consistent strategy. I don't know. I mean, it worked out kind of, but I had to use my flask, so probably should avoid that. Now we just have to be not an idiot right here. What we're supposed to do is kill him, flirt with the ladder right here, and then get down. Then this guy crawls down. Then we chop him. Then we climb up the ladder. Because we got to take out firebomb, bro. Well, that sucks. I was hoping to get a backstab, but I was not quiet at all. I guess I'm just very sloppy today, aren't I? Making a lot of stupid mistakes. Where'd he go? Go take care of this guy real fast. Oh, there he is, and he's just gonna chuck fire bombs at us now, isn't he? Once I get close enough. Yep, he is. Look at him. Look at his little firebomb face. I'm gonna let him come over here. Oh, where'd he come from? I guess I aggroed too while I was over there. I don't know. Another firebomb. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, we're gonna come over here. Oh my god. I think the bomb bounced off of me. That was not the cleanest way to do this part, but it's done, so who's judging? Besides all of you watching this. Okay, he's dead. We gotta kill. We gotta let him come on out of there. Oh, Toos. Holy crap, he about just friggin'... He must play in the NBA or something. Okay, that's all of them in here. Oh, what? I killed you. I killed all of you. What are you doing? That is all right. That was weird. I'm not gonna lie, that was weird. That takes a lot of hits right there, don't it? Oh, give me the backstab. That was another dumb mistake. Should have I need to, once I run up the stairs, we focus on the firebomb guy, not that dude. Doesn't even really matter till after that. I don't know. Playing like an idiot right now. I can tell I haven't run this run in like almost a month. He always seems to like steer himself towards elements in the world that keep you from keeping the little butt drop loop, you know? I think the best thing to do is probably to back off here, honestly. It's slower, but it's probably the right decision. Now we got two taken care of, and we can focus on Mr. Archer. God, they're so good at tracking in this game. Make sure he's not coming. The dudes with the axes are a little beefier than everybody else, aren't they? Okay. I bought some new Steam Souls-likes today. I bought Solitaria, and I bought Tomb Water, which is like a 2D Cowboy Souls. And then I bought the stuff necessary to play the Convergence mod. I don't really need to do this, dude. Which basically just meant I had to buy Shadow of the Erd Tree because I didn't have that on PC. So I'm hoping to try to play some of those over this weekend, hopefully. I might just throw up some screen sharing in the Discord server, so join the Discord if you're not in the Discord already. Also, tomorrow I should have a review of Crimson Oath up. I recorded it just before the stream, which was why we were late starting. Mostly because I tried to record it twice and it didn't record, so I had to redo it twice. Third time's a charm, I guess. But if you're interested in my full in-depth analysis of Crimson Oath, I'll have that up for you tomorrow. What in the whore bucket? What? Is that everybody? Yeah, that was a lot cleaner than the last run. Nice. Nice. We're already getting better. See? Look at us go. Yeah, that's the one I forgot. God dang it. Okay. Yeah, dude in the corner. And we're just gonna go mega aggression on this bro. Huh, oh, what? He's scripted to attack right at those boxes whether you're there or not. That's interesting. We can exploit that every time now. Oh my god. Ah! Holy crap. Oh, I thought I'd already hit him once. What? A bong boy, what's up, dude? Ah, DS2 fun time. Oh yeah. You having fun yet? The fun has just begun. No, I love DS2. It is actually a ton of fun. God dang it. Not getting shot by the dudes over there. How am I still alive? Let me get over here. I was hoping it'd show me like how much. I have to have like 1 HP left or something. That's crazy, dude. You can't even see my health right now. Switch to the scimitar because the weapon, the friggin' degrading weapons in Dark Souls 2 is absolutely atrocious. Why would they do this to us? I have to have 3 weapons equipped just to make it through an area in this goddamn place. No, 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 no. And of course, we have mandatory fall damage, one of my least favorite things in Soulsdom. What? Who? He didn't die? That's just insult to injury right there, bro. That is just actually disgusting. Okay, alright. We did a little better that run. Okay, we're gonna whiff that. Holy God. Last one. I don't know. I'll use my flask. I'm not gonna use a life gem unless we make it really far, because I don't want to waste them. But I'll go ahead and use the flask, I guess. There's no effing way, bro. What is it? A heat-seeking missile? You gotta freaking be kidding me. Armand G, what's up, dude? Most underrated game ever. Definitely in the conversation, I would say. This is bad. This is not good. So I made it all the way to Iron Keep, no death run. Stop before Smelter Demon. Have you died yet, or are you still ongoing? Come to me, Rapunzel, let down your hollow. Can you play AC Black Flag Remake Day 1, please? Day 1? I don't know about Day 1. I am gonna play it, and I will do my best to play it Day 1. But I'll probably for sure be able to play it within the first like 2 or 3 days of its release, I would bet. Up the ladder. That's what we wanted to happen. We do not want him to fall down. That is complicates things a little bit whenever that happens. It was on PS3, no death run. It was like year. Oh, year. Okay, I got you. That's legit, bro. Is that why your username is Dark Souls 2 PS3? Was that your origin story? Ooh, yeah, we're racking up the life gems now. Yeah. Hey, I figured it out. Oh my God. Bad stamina management there. That's what led to that one. I can't even crash out on that because that was like legitimately my fault. There's nothing I can even say except God dang it, I'm an idiot. I was trying to move too fast. That's what led to that. Natalie, what's up? How are you? Sit down, baby. Back that thing up on me, girl. Oh my God, the freaking tree, bro. I'll use the flask again, I guess. I'm stingy with my life gems though. I don't know if you guys do this when you play DS2 or not, but for me, like, I'll only use a life gem when I absolutely need to, or if I feel like I've made it really far. But if I'm playing poorly or something, a lot of times I'll just let myself die and keep my life gem rather than use it. I do that with human effigies too. Like, I don't use effigies unless I just have a ton. Oh my God. Unless I just have a ton or I really need to use one. Just because I don't want, because you can only find a certain amount, you know, or you have to farm them. And I want to keep a bunch on hand at all times. Even though I don't need them most of the time. I wish I need more flasks, though. So sometimes I'll have like 99 life gems and I still won't use one. Just because it's a psychological complex for me. How? How did I miss him? He was right in front of me. Like maybe slightly off to the side. God, this is... It's gonna be a heck of a night, ladies and gentlemen. A heck of a freaking night, people. Oh my god. Alright, okay. We're just... Let's wipe the slate clean. What just happened never actually happened as far as we're concerned. And we're just gonna continue on happy and healthy. Alright. That tree right there is the most annoying part of fighting this guy. Elden Ring feels off as a new player, to be honest. Not bad, but different. Which Souls games have you played outside of Elden Ring? I'm guessing Elden Ring is not your first. Hide behind the rocks. Maybe we should run a little ways across the bridge because we can actually pull two of them over here. Dude, he like preemptively shot. Bro's using wall hacks. Get up the dang hill! No, you! Oh my god, I hate it when he does that. Defeated DS1 and DLC, then DS2 and DLC. DS3 was crazy. Any red hoodie guy and the last dragon in the tunnel. Long night, I guess. Okay, so you played through the Dark Souls series, then yeah, Elden Ring is a very different pace and a level of smoothness than the Dark Souls series is. It's faster and smoother, and so if you're coming from the Dark Souls series, It can definitely feel weird at first. I'm gonna play it slow, I guess. We'll wait for this dude to get up here. Come down to me. Hey, we still have our flask. Let's go. This dude. Oh, gotta love the weapon bounce in these games. You gotta love the weapon bounce, you know. Here's an honest question about the creation of the Souls games. Did they create weapon bounce as a mechanic based in realism to add to the immersion of the game? Or as a mechanic based in pure evil as a way to make you hate your life? I think it's probably the latter. Oh, that's stylish right there. You vote pure evil? I agree with you. I agree with you. I think that's definitely the answer. Have you played Skyrim yet? I have played Skyrim. Now it's been like friggin' more than 10 years since I've played Skyrim. But I did play it way back in the day. I've actually played... So, not only did I play the original Oblivion, I also played Morrowind before Oblivion. A lot of you young cats don't know nothing about no Morrowind. That crap was peak, bro. That was a fast attack. Wish they can add a story with voice actors with the Souls gameplay. I mean, there is you mean two Skyrim, or are you talking about like the Souls games? I pressed lock on and it locked to the other enemy, which then put my roll attack that way instead of back. We're gonna run this section for all night. We're just gonna stay right here. I hope you guys like this area, because this is where we're effing gonna be. Jank for sure. That personifies Dark Souls 2. Although I will say, this might be a hot take, but in my opinion, the jankiest Souls game is not Dark Souls 2. It's actually Dark Souls 1. Dark Souls 1, to me, is quite a bit more janky than Dark Souls 2 is. Oh my god, how? How is he a sniper? How many confirmed kills does he have in Vietnam? And why is that attack so fast? He still hit me. He still hit. Oh my god. Anyway, if you don't believe that Dark Souls 1 is jankier than Dark Souls 2, just go fight a Titanite demon. That'll tell you everything you need to know. At least we're farming freaking life gems this whole time. Oh my god, look at us go. We used the life gem and we net 2 more out of the freaking farms here. This is good. We're gonna use them later on in the game. Ahmed, what's up, bro? Yeah, it's been a while. Good to see you, buddy. Oh my god, no. I'm doing good. How are you? Still working hard, I'm sure. Yes, one is, but if you get the rolling ring with the child mask, it makes it faster. DS1 map design is nice. DS1 does have the best level design in the series for sure. I agree with that 1000%. Dark Souls 2 finally, that's right. Oh, we just got 2 more life gems? Holy freaking crap. Yeah, we've been, it took us a month. The last time we played Dark Souls 2 was almost a month ago. But we're finally back to it. Good God, people. I think I made him mad. You seen Prison of Husk? Looks promising. It does, yeah. I played the whole demo. I have it wishlisted. I even put out a video about it yesterday. Like a short about it. I plan on playing it a little on stream when it comes out. Sometime later this year. DS2 lore is really good though. It is. The lore in all of Miyazaki's games are amazing. Demon Souls lore is actually really surprisingly good. I actually like the lore of Demon Souls. Some of my favorite lore that they've made. Love those retro graphic games coming out. It is an art style to its own, you know. Some people look at it and they're like, oh, this game looks terrible. And in a way, they're right. I mean, compared to modern games, you know, like the fidelity and all that is a lot, obviously, not as good. But the kind of older style retro graphics has become like a legitimate art style, I think. And there are people that really enjoy it even more so than like modern day visuals are, or like even more so than modern day graphics and things like that. So yeah, I think you're right. It's and I enjoy it myself. Like, I don't mind a pixel art or things like that. I see them all as in their own categories. You know, I'm not really comparing a pixel art game to friggin' Ghost of Tsushima. You know, to me, they're just two different art styles. It's not about like better or worse. It's just a different flavor, essentially. As Bethesda and FromSoft came out together and made a game, my life would be complete. PS3 was good, but wasn't understood by the devs. Random fact. Interesting. Where'd you hear that? This game is fun till you reach the Blizzard land and you face those thunder horses. There's a lot about this game that's fun until you get to, you know. Yeah, we're playing some DS2 tonight. We're doing a Massacre Run. So we have to kill everything. Massacre Run? Okay, yeah, let me explain it. Massacre Run is where in each area, so not the entire game, because that would be next to impossible, but in each area, you have to kill every single enemy and the boss without dying, or using any bonfires except for the one at the very beginning. So you spawn in at the beginning of the area. You have to go through the entire area, massacre it, and then you can go and light the next bonfire and do the next area the same way. You love Labyrinth of Demon King, PS1 graphics, Kingsfield-like. Is it on Steam? Is it a Souls-like? I swear to God, bro, these dudes are freaking like Navy SEAL snipers, Spec Ops, friggin' graduated from Buds 3 times over like effing David Goggins. I don't know how they hit me so easily. They know exactly where you'll be. Bro, which game is best in your opinion? Lies of P or Dark Souls 3 or Elden Ring? I played Lies of P and Sekiro, but I can't feel good about the dark fantasy of Soulsborne. Long night. It's gonna be a freaking long night, people. God dang it. Which game is best? Lies of P, Dark Souls 3 or Elden Ring? Elden Ring. Elden Ring's the best, yeah. Elden Ring is the best Souls-like game ever made. And Souls-like, Soulsborne's, all of it. And it has a case for best game ever made. Now, Dark Souls 3 is my favorite game in the Soulsborne series. but that's mostly like nostalgia and because it was my first Souls-like or Souls game, and so it has a special place in my heart. But Elden Ring is the better game, and it's better than anything that's been created in the Souls genre to this day. You ever beat an entire Souls game without dying? No. No, I've never done a deathless run in a Souls game before. That's on Steam, like $15. Difficult, great game. You said Labyrinth of the Demon King, huh? Is there is there a trailer for it? I'm sure there is. Labyrinth of the Demon King. Oh, Moist Critical played it a year ago. Official trailer. 2 years ago. Cool. We'll watch it on the news break tonight. Chill out, Leatherface. Why you calling me Leatherface? Is it because I look tough? Look up Kingdom of Almar Reckoning is Peak. Okay. Let me look up that one. We'll watch that trailer too. Kingdom. Oh. That's Kindom. Almar Reckoning. Those are reviews. I just need a trailer. Re-Reckoning. I think I found it. We'll see if it's the right one when we do the news break. Question. So you've played Lords of the Fallen, and you're probably aware that journalists hate that game. In your opinion, do you think they hate Lords of the Fallen so much because of the strong good versus evil themes? No, probably not. Look, you know, there's a saying that you should never ascribe malice to that you should never ascribe malice that can be explained through other means, essentially. You know, like, you should never assume the worst just because, right? Like you should never think the worst of people when there might be other reasons why they might be doing what they're doing, right? So I think the reason journalists hate Lords of the Fallen so much, aside, I'm sure there are some that just have genuine dislike for it. Like, they have problems with the game that they feel are not as good, or, you know, or are not up to par, or should be changed, should have been done differently. But I would be lying to you if I didn't think that there was somewhat of an agenda behind it. Not because of like some kind of crazy, you know, QAnon conspiracy theory. Mostly because they've come out and told us their agenda, and they don't like the political leanings of the CEO and the company CI Games, right? They don't like the player first mantra. They don't like that Lords of the Fallen 2 is being built with the players in mind, and they're changing the game based on what players actually want, because it turns out that players actually want opposite, or that players actually want the opposite of what a lot of the journalists want the players to want. So because CI Games is taking a stand and making a game for the players, that's not very popular with the game journos, because it's not politically correct enough, or it doesn't align with their social agenda. I think that's the main reason why journos just don't like Lords of the Fallen or the sequel. I'm sure they'll hate on that when it comes out too. Texas Chainsaw Massacre protagonist. Oh, okay, I got you. You mean paid journalists? They're not gamers. That is mostly true, yeah. Like Days Gone was a good game, but IGN gave it a 6 when it was a solid 8.7. I mean, they gave Crimson Desert a 6 as well. They gave Subnautica a 6. They gave Mixtape a 10 out of 10. So that tells you. Wow. I hung in there a little too long for the face sit, you know what I mean? I like Lords of the Fallen, but a fair criticism is the game looks too much like Dark Souls instead of like Lies of P that came out around the same time and tried something different. Honestly, I would have to disagree. I think I would have to disagree. The reason is that I think Lords of the Fallen and Lords of the Fallen 2 is following this same vein from the gameplay they've shown. They are trying to emulate the Dark Souls style, but it's not a direct copy. Like Umbral is a whole different world. It changes a lot about the aesthetic of the game, and even outside of Umbral, Lords of the Fallen has a very distinct art style to it. So to say it looks too much like Dark Souls, I can't go with you there because I don't think it does. I think it emulates that same style but puts its own fresh twist on it. So, you know, people that call Lords of the Fallen a friggin' like Dark Souls slop, I just can't get behind that. To me, they are it's a Souls-like, right? So they are attempting to mimic something, but they're also adding new elements, new art, and new, you know, a fresh new aesthetic to it as well. And I don't see a problem with that. I think that's a good thing, you know. I like the way Dark Souls looks. So why would I not want another game that looks similar to it, but from a fresh new perspective? That's just my opinion. You die like 5 times reading chat. This is true, yeah. That's the whole reason, like, all 23 of my deaths is basically your fault. It's all you guys. If I was just sitting here playing myself, we would be doing a deathless run right now. It was something that came to mind. I remember Doom Eternal being attacked when it came out. Yeah, I mean, I think look, a lot of the criticisms that game journos have of any game is just like what Ahmed said. A lot of these people are not gamers. They are activists. And activists have agendas. They don't view the world through a regular lens. They view the world through the lens of their particular agenda. And so I'm sure you will have some journalists that, you know, they don't like the good versus evil theme, and that doesn't fit their social worldview, and so therefore they hate on games for that. And Lords of the Fallen might be a victim to that to a certain degree. But honestly, I think it's much more the political leanings and the player-centric standpoint or stance that CI Games takes that makes journos hate it, because players first always does not fit their mantra, which is my agenda first always. My point is, in the eyes of critics, Lords of the Fallen did not innovate. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure that there are some critics that think that, I would say. But I would say those critics are wrong, though. Now, did it... And it also depends on what you categorize as innovation. Are we talking like brand new innovation? In that case, no. Lords of the Fallen did not. But if we're talking innovation in the sense that you can take something that already exists and then innovate on it to make it something different, then I think that would count as innovation, yeah. I mean, Umbral is... The whole dual world mechanic of Umbral and Axiom, that is an actual, genuine, full-on innovation. So even if you were to use the more extreme term or definition of innovation, I would still say Lords of the Fallen did innovate, but just maybe not in the art style alone. But you could also make the argument that Umbral has its own art style as well, you know? In my opinion, Lords of the Fallen is one of the more unique Souls-like games due to elements like the Umbral realm. 1000% agree. This is why... See, I don't understand why people harp on Lords of the Fallen for having the Umbral mechanic. I've seen a lot of people talk about how it sounded like a cool idea, but they didn't pull it off very well. I got the exact opposite. It was an amazing idea, and I thought they knocked it out of the park. I mean, are there things about it that could be done differently? Maybe. Yeah, probably. But it doesn't change the fact that it was really well done and is super innovative. And Lords of the Fallen 2 is gonna push that even further than what they already have. So not only do I think they've done a good job already, but I think Lords of the Fallen 2 is about to just blow people's minds. One really cool thing about Lords of the Fallen 2 that I learned from watching one of the Lifting the Veil episodes is that in Umbral this time around, not only will enemies be tougher and there'll be more variety of enemies inside of Umbral, but you'll also have certain enemies that actually change form when in Umbral versus when in Axiom. So you might have like an enemy that like grows a friggin' third arm or something, and the attack patterns change and everything. So I thought that was I think that's a really cool new feature, because in Umbral and Lords of the Fallen 2023, really all you had when you switched into Umbral was a couple different enemy types, right? You just had the walkers and the wraiths and, you know, just a couple things, the friggin' butterfly chicks. Just a couple differences as far as enemies go in Umbral and Lords 2023. So now in Lords of the Fallen 2, we're actually going to get better enemy variety, different enemy attacks, and a bunch of stuff they haven't even shown yet, but have just hinted at. So I'm excited for Umbral and Lords of the Fallen 2. I love how Lords of the Fallen enemy density slider, etc. to customize gameplay, and that's returning as well. Gameplay modifiers has been confirmed to be returning in Lords of the Fallen 2. So just like in the 2.5 update, or I guess maybe not 2.5, but just like in Lords of the Fallen 2023, how you can change the gameplay, or how you can change the game and add like a permadeath, or you can change the amount of bonfires or shrines that you can find. All of that kind of stuff is returning to Lords of the Fallen 2, and they're adding brand new modifiers that weren't in Lords 2023. So we have that to look forward to as well. IGN is a pay-to-play or pay-to-win, or in Miyazaki's case, play-to-die. I guess you might be. That is true. This is not good. Bro, he's barely alive. Yeah, I think IGN has just lost all their credibility. So soon they won't be even pay to win because nobody will pay them. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. Like FromSoft specifically, Miyazaki takes a new concept and creates a masterpiece like Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Sekiro, Elden Ring. Those games innovated. Kind of, yeah. But even with Miyazaki, you have Demon Souls and then Dark Souls 1, which are very similar in, you know, like art style and aesthetic. Obviously, a lot of different innovations and changes were made from Demon Souls to Dark Souls, but I'm just saying that, you know, even Miyazaki will produce something that is similar but with some substantial changes, which is exactly what Lords of the Fallen did. I've been playing Lords of the Fallen lately and I've been enjoying what I see. Class design is cool, combat is fun. Best class is the Warwolf. I love the Dark Crusader. Dark Crusader is the best class in the game to me. That's another one we should play soon, man. We should play Lords of the Fallen soon. Like, we should start a Lords of the Fallen run, because who knows when Lords of the Fallen 2023 is actually going to start. Oh my god, there's just so much. I have a hard time deciding what we should be playing. I don't know. Although I started DS1 and I love it. Nice. Glad you're enjoying it. Is that your first Souls game? Matt, I'm playing through this game for the first time, and I love and hate this game so much. It makes sense. Too many enemies at areas like No Man's Wharf. Well, it gets worse. There are worse areas than that. But yes, No Man's Wharf is kind of the first trial by fire type of thing. You're gonna play spells only? Oh, that'd be a cool run. Ooh, I knew an arrow was coming. I just knew it, dude. I could sense it. Play any Mass Effect? No, I've never played Mass Effect before. For as many things that piss me off with DS2 is also a banger. This is true. That is the Miyazaki magic right there. He can make you want to freaking pull your hair out and curse his mother, but you keep playing his games because they're just too freaking good. He makes pain enjoyable. Shrine of Armana and Dead Crypt for me. Iron Keep's fine. Shrine of Armana is is freaking. That's gonna be one of the hardest areas in this entire run. I already know it. We'll just take this ladder down this side, I think. I never got to try out the spells. I've played around with some of the spells. I've never done just a pure magic build in Lords of the Fallen, though. Never done that before. Oh, look at this dude. He just came to say hi. No way, bro. I hate fighting those dudes. Easily my least favorite early game enemy. Played Elden Ring before, tried Faith, Intelligence, and Strength builds. Elden Ring is a masterpiece. I agree. One of the best, if not the best game ever made. The whole pirate-like cove area, the docks, the pirate ships, the sounds, the water. The area is awesome. That's one of the reasons why I think Pirate Souls would go so hard, is because of how cool is because of how cool No Man's Wharf is. Like, that area, that aesthetic just slaps. And if Miyazaki could take that and expand on it to make an entire game, peak incoming. Have you used the demon hammer form, the crows? What do you mean? Mike S, what's up, dude? Imagine if we got Dark Souls 2-2. Let's go. That would be legit. I forgot about the fourth strike. That one got me. That one got me. I forgot about the fourth strike. I would love a pirate-themed Dark Souls game, probably because when I was younger, I wanted to be a pirate when I grew up. Same. I think every kid at some point wanted to be a pirate. Yeah, Pirate Souls would go hard. I think everybody knows that. Even if you didn't want to be a pirate when you were a kid, nobody can deny how hard Pirate Souls would go. Oh yeah, we like it. We like it. Give me more. The suffering, it titillates me. Peak gameplay right here, ladies and gentlemen. First time playing? No. Although it might look that way. No, this is not my first time. Woolly mammoth and a mastodon. Hey! What a jerk. Bertha. Alright, she's being very difficult right now. She is being very difficult. Come here. Bring your beautiful little body over here. Such a beautiful moan she has. Look, he wanted to be Drake from Uncharted to go on an adventure. Oh, when you were a kid? Peak fantasy right there. Are you gonna pre-order GTA 6 and stream it when it drops? Nope. No. I'm not even gonna play GTA 6 ever in my entire life. That game interests me as zero, zilch, nada, none. You dare me to play a cleric build? And Dark Souls 2? Like full on faithy waithy? Yeah, it knows what to do. He knows where I'm gonna be. Oh my god, that was a perfect roll! You slut bag! You're not even a slut, you're a whole bag of them! Yeah. What's your favorite Dark Souls game? Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3 is my favorite Souls game, period. I love that game. You do know the definition of little, right? An ogre does not have a little body. No, to me, she just right. Them ogres have it right where we want it, you know what I'm saying? Hey! Look at that crap. Oh, what am I doing? I need to go on. Invest on adaptability? I haven't even I don't think I've even, I think I've only leveled up once this run so far. Going to stream GTA 6 on YouTube. Are you? Do you stream games? Clark is fun. You get a mace, which is really satisfying, and heal spells are great to have. I've never played a Faith build in this game. I'm not a Faith fan in most Souls games, honestly. Like, if I'm gonna play Magic, I like to just get the beefy spells that obliterate things. That's my MO. I hardly ever play Magic though, so I used to play Magic, but I matured as a person. I stopped hiding behind the women and children, and I started fighting them head on. Miracles suck in this game? Do they really? How did he not die? We're basically a one hit, so we better use the flask. Streaming like and watching a football game. Oh, do you stream games and watch soccer at the same time? Or American football, I don't know which football you mean. As well as pyromancies. Ooh. I've heard a Hex build in this game is like crazy OP. Never tried it, but someone told me Hexes in this game are crazy. Oh, I got hit there? You've got to be freaking kidding me, bro. Go rapier? I have it. But I'm saving it. I'm saving it for later because of the rules of this challenge run, you have to kill a ton of enemies. And so I'm saving it for later down the line when we get to the boss. Because in this game, your weapons degrade so quickly that if I used it now, I would be broken by the time we got there. In fact, we're going to switch right now. So if I want some magic, you go miracles. Keyword is utility, as I never go full magic. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, that's a good way to play magic. Matt, which one is more exciting since they got announced? The live-action Elden Ring movie or the animated Bloodborne movie? What do you feel like they need to get right with the Elden Ring movie? Out of the two of those movies, I'm more excited for the Elden Ring movie because I just think the lore of Elden Ring is a little bit more appealing to me. And it's also deeper and there's more of it. So there's like a lot of options they could go with. As far as what they need to get right, they need to get right the casting for one. Like we have to have solid cast picks for each and every character in the game. Obviously they have to get the lore right. But I think the thing they need to get right the most is the direction they're going to take the lore and what portions they're going to focus on. Because there's a lot of different things they could do with Elden Ring as far as the movie goes. And so it's going to be very critical the actual stories that they choose to focus on and which ones they're going to have intertwined with what. Because if they do that wrong, it could end up being like pretty boring. Or they could be leaving a lot on the table as far as the potential of what they could have made if they choose, you know, something that is not optimal. So, and you know it's going to be fine. It's going to be picked apart with a fine-tooth comb by all the Souls fans. So you got to get that part right. There's a challenge run. Yeah, we're doing a challenge run right now. This is a massacre run. I would just do an animation style movie versus like live action. I don't know. I think live action could be cool. I like live action movies probably more than I do animated movies. But the stamina. Bro, I'm right here. Will you stop? Will you stop shooting? No free. I did that exact same thing a couple deaths ago, and he threw it over my head. So I was like, all right, cool. So when we do that, we can just rush him and he'll throw it behind me. But of course, the game's not gonna be consistent in any way whatsoever. Why would it? Get backstabbed. Loser. Soul of a proud knight. We'll take that. All right. Let's see, we're gonna come right over here. We're gonna get these dudes to follow me. Holy, okay. This game I always go for the Desert Sorceress set. So you probably make yourself a waifu every time, don't you? Come on, buddy. Woolly mammoth and a mastodon. What's the highest new games plus cycle you've gotten to on this game? Probably just New Game +1. I haven't played through this game like a ton of times or anything. Don't want to stare at a man's butt for 50+ hours. Well, that makes one of us. Oh! What is going on? Where did he come? Who? Why? Hey, I could probably start a new playthrough and defeat Lost Giant before you get past this part if you die. You probably could. I would not put it past you. It'd be pretty nuts if they did a Lords of the Fall, Lord of the Rings style trilogy and an Elden Ring movie. Godric Renala is the final fight. We're doing part 3, Radagon and the Elden Beast. I really do hope that the Elden Ring movie does really good and they make it like at least a trilogy. It could be like the next Lord of the Rings type of thing, like you said. But we'll just have to see, you know. Historically, games that are made into movies don't perform all that well. Books that are made into movies obviously have a strong history of performing really well. But for whatever reason, games that are made into movies do not. So definitely an uphill battle. They're making they're making an Elden Ring movie and a Bloodborne movie. Live action. I think the Bloodborne movie might be animated. I don't remember, but Elden Ring's live action for sure. If Elden Ring isn't the best movie of all time, I will complain moderately. Oh, easy, Mike. Easy. You gotta be careful with what threats you put online. You'll have the FBI monitoring your house. Two only FromSoft games I haven't played yet. Oh, really? Bloodborne and Elden Ring? Bro, you saved some of the best for last. You're in for some peakness. Got him. I will express my displeasure if Bloodborne movie is bad. Dude's incriminating himself live on stream. If I could own a console, that is. Oh, you can't play them on PC? Movies can turn into a game, do good, but not the other way. True, yeah, that's a lot of the time the case. I don't think he can throw this far. There's a Souls-like for your phone. Yeah, Blasphemous is on your phone. Which I may or may not be giving away a free key for Blasphemous Mobile in the near future. Hint, hint. God dang it, I knew it. I knew it was coming. Whatever. Actually here. Oh, it couldn't handle Dark Souls 3? Okay, I get you, yeah. Yeah, then you won't be able to run Elden Ring. I'm surprised they're going straight to an Elden film adaptation versus adapting Dark Souls or Demon Souls. Both of which would be simpler in my opinion, while still having a lot of depth. I think they went Elden Ring because Elden Ring is the most popular of all the games. So I think they want the name recognition in order to be able to capitalize on it profit-wise, you know what I mean? Because they kind of need this to do well. Walk in, bro. I'm working on it, bro. I'm working on it, bro. We're gonna go this way because I like the path better. A Dead Space movie? I've played a little bit of Dead Space, never completed it though. Switch to the scimitar. More life gems. Bring me the lifeies. The lifey wifeys. Okay. Alright, alright. We got Turtle Bro up here. Bro would do everything except the bonfire. What do you mean, except the bonfire? How did I not get two? How did it take more than 2 hits? Yeah, baby, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey! I have a tip for you. Try attacking. No, I heard that doesn't work. I'm playing a little too close to the fire there, I think. Oh my god. Back up just a little bit more on those swipes. I'm bound to get caught on the nose. Let's go! Alright. We finally finished this portion. Now we get to go do the even harder part. Can't believe we're pretty much 2 hours in and we've just now beaten that part. Oh my god. Today is not my best day. How you gonna kill the snake? We don't kill the snake. We're only counting like regular type enemies. I don't think you can even parry the turtle. Yeah, I'm not even gonna mess with the turtles. I'm just gonna do the back and forth strat. I'm still early in my DS2 playthrough. Is there any other OP early weapons I should use other than the rapier? Oh, sweet God. Holy God! I forgot about him! F! Come on, guys. This is... We basically spun our wheels this whole evening. We've gotten next to nowhere in this run. We just did a lot of really good talking, I guess. Just 3 more years to go. Long night. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's a goddamn long night for sure. Have you tried getting the enemy health to 0 before they get yours to 0? You know, that's a really overrated tactic. A lot of people try that, and I'm like, bro, there's much better ways. Like getting your health to 0 before theirs is like a much more solid strat in my opinion. So that's what I usually go for. Okay, I'll stop locking Queen Nostalgia. Here you come. Yeah, we're about to beat the game. We're gonna be good, dude. Oh, sweet God. All right. We're gonna do one more and then take our news break. We'll try one more. This is the one right here. And then we're gonna talk about the news real fast. Before, oh my God, okay, that's not how I wanted to start things off. Or just, I don't know, try not getting hit. It's much more impressive if you can get hit and still win. Alright, now you know what? We're done! I'm sick of this! Should have never played this stupid game. I take back every positive thing I've ever said about this game until I feel unangry again. Then I'll say it again. Retarded, bro. Retarded. Super mega uber retarded, I think is the right term. All right. We got some news to talk about. It's time to take the news break. That donation that got you to play was the best investment I ever made. This is true. If you're enjoying my suffering, you all have Mike S to thank. This is a super chatted request from him. So DS1 is better? Not right now. Worst game is just Crash Grab and Bun. Yeah, it's from Bunsoft, exactly. Bunsoft Cash Grab. It may as well have microtransactions in it. It's easier if you have a sword as big as a semi truck you can equip. That's also true. I miss my bonk builds. That's my favorite way to play. All right, let me get this set up here. All right, I think we're good. Yeah. All right, guys, we got some things to talk about real fast before the end of the stream. So here's tonight's news. All right, black screen. So here's the first topic of today. This screen is very black and blank, just like the way I feel towards Dark Souls 2 right now. Hold up. Let me fix this real fast. There it is. There's the stuff. There's the pepper. There's the beauty. I think we'll have audio when we watch, so yeah, we should be good. All right. Okay, so first topic of the day. So this comes from a recent Lifting the Veil episode on Lords of the Fallen 2. It looks like the Scion is going to be one of the most ambitious bosses that they've ever attempted at CI Games. A lot of it's due to just the technicality of the visuals of getting like that many arms and hands to look right and work together in the attack patterns and everything. So much so that in the interview or in the podcast, they talk about how they probably will never attempt a boss like this ever again with this many hands because it's just been like a nightmare to figure out. But the footage of the boss looks peak. I'm actually super excited to fight this boss. I think it's a super interesting look, and I think they could do like a ton of really cool things with the movesets and like the way that the freaking arms are wings, but they're arms. Like that's just trippy right there. I feel like that could like I don't do drugs, but if I did, I would get high before fighting this boss because I feel like those arms would just like send you on a whole roller coaster of euphoria. You know what I mean? Maybe this is a wrong way to talk about this story, but essentially what I'm saying is I'd like to get high and fight this boss, but I won't because I don't do drugs. But if you do, let me know how it is. Leave it in the comments after the launch. Sorry. Dakota, what's up, bro? How are you? Looking forward to the Scion fight, though. It's gonna be peak. Okay, some Onimusha Way of the Sword news here. It looks like, according to several listings at retailers, that the release date for this game might be being moved forward to September 4th. Now, this is obviously just a rumor at this point. It's just it's only coming from listings on retailer websites and things like that. So this could obviously not be true. There's been no official announcement as of yet, but this has happened in the past. Most recently, Pragmata had the same thing happen, and it would make sense because the latter half of September is even more stacked than the first half. So them pushing it forward to the beginning of September makes sense with the with trying to avoid the oversaturation of game releases. So either way, though, I hope it's true because I want to play this game sooner rather than later. So pretty cool. Pretty cool if you're excited for Onimusha. And hopefully, I mean, but hopefully it doesn't affect the quality though, which it shouldn't. I would imagine if they're willing to do that, it's because they're a little bit ahead of schedule on development, maybe. Hey bro, thanks for the stream. 2 Souls likes I tried briefly and came back to and loved them. Steel Rising, Immortal Shell, beat it twice back to back. You should give them a second try. I am gonna retry Mortal Shell too. That's something we might end up doing next week. Maybe. If not next week, maybe the week after. Because after today, we're gonna shift away from our challenge runs for a while, and we're gonna try out a bunch of games. We're gonna try out the new Witchfire update. We're gonna try out the new patch for the Elden Ring Convergence mod. We're gonna try out the indie Souls-like Stone Machia. We're gonna play Mortal Shell. So there's a lot of things that we'll be trying out. Steel Rising, though, I'm not so sure about. I don't know if we'll probably won't play Steel Rising on stream, and I don't see myself going back to it at any time soon. But I'm glad you enjoyed it, though. Connor, what's up? How are you? Have you played Bloodborne? I want to play, but I've only played Elden Ring and Elden Ring Night Rain before. Is it a good game? I have a PS4 to play it. Yes. Bloodborne is one of the best games From Software has ever made. Some would say it's the best game. And it's definitely worth a playthrough. If you like Souls games, then Bloodborne is peak, and you should definitely play it. But keep in mind, it's locked at 30 FPS, so it's gonna feel just a little choppy compared to Elden Ring. So be prepared for that. Okay, we got some trailers to watch here, ladies and gents. Which I should just say gents, because women don't watch me. But here, this one's called Dumbriel. It's a game about me. No, I'm just kidding. Magnificent Adventure in Hell. It's a Kickstarter trailer, so this game's not out, obviously, but I want to watch it, just see what it looks like. I haven't heard anything about the game. I just saw it and I was like, it looks interesting. Let's watch it on stream. You do a great job on the channel, bro. My career is so hectic. I wish I had more time to game. So many I want to play. Appreciate your take on the Souls games. Hey, thanks a lot, bro. I'm glad you enjoy the channel. I'll keep the content coming. Thank you for telling me. You're welcome, bud. All right, let's watch this, see what it's all about. All right, we got audio. We're good. Face the depths of hell. All right. Pretty similar aesthetic to a lot of other games in this genre, it looks like. Oh, a lot of platforming. A lot of precision platforming. Obviously a Metroidvania. Defeat the Lords of Hell. Even in hell, you might find friends.
Skripaku, trekaku.
Domoni, Anna.
Kolonaha, patahango, no?
Mario, I'm good. How are you? Here's my honest opinion about this, and this is not really this game's fault, and it's not even really a game yet because this is a Kickstarter campaign trailer, basically. But games like this, here's an issue I think that games like this are going to run into, is that there are so many of this style of game now that are starting to come out and have been coming out that look decent and look interesting, that even the ones that look good aren't super appealing because you're like, I have like 14 other good ones that I already want to try. You know, what sets this one apart? So I feel like if you're a developer of a side-scroller Metroidvania, You really need to hone in on something that sets your game apart and is innovative, or else it's going to just be lost in the noise of all the other ones. You know what I mean? So I could see like a game like this, like that looked cool, it looked decent, but I'm probably not even going to ever bother thinking about it again because there's already so many other ones that I'm going to be playing that I don't want to bother with trying to make time to try this one, you know, if it even ever actually comes out. Dude, is Onimusha worth looking into? That franchise is like, what, 20 years old now, but never played and got into it. So the reveal trailer and the new one looked pretty cool. I played the demo. We live streamed the demo. So if you want to like watch it live, you can go back and watch that stream. Make a judgment for yourself. My opinion on it, as a person who hasn't ever played Onimusha until I played that demo, is that it's going to be peak. It's going to be awesome. I think I'm going to love it. We're going to play it when it comes out. However, it was a little too easy. At least the demo was. And I hope that the full game is harder. From what I understand, Capcom has come out and said that it will be harder than what is represented in the demo. So that's good news, but that's just the little caveat there. For me personally, it was great. I'm excited for it, but I hope it's harder, and it sounds like it will be. Liam, what's up, bro? How are you? Easy phone port with controller support would go hard. How do you feel about Crimson Desert? That's how I found you. So I love Crimson Desert. I think Crimson Desert is a ton of fun. I think it's a really good game. For me personally, like my personal take on Crimson Desert is that it's so big and so huge and so unique, or not unique, but so random. All the things I love about it are also the things that keep me from going back and playing it, because I'm limited on time. I have all these other things I need to play and try and want to get to. Investing a bunch of time into a huge game like that just doesn't line up with my life and how I can actually get through games, right? So Crimson Desert's greatest strength is its greatest weakness for someone like me that doesn't have, you know, crazy amounts of time to devote to one game. And then, so even if I was to go back and play it for a little bit, it's been so long since I played it, I don't even remember what I was doing or where I need to go, or, you know, like, so all this stuff. So it's like so daunting, and it's kind of a turnoff to even try and go back. So I think that plays a role for a certain kind of player. But the game is peak, don't get me wrong. It's just not something for me that I'm like, gotta play. It's one of those things that's just like always on the back burner. Maybe one day we'll play it again, but I don't know. I'm assuming no Night Rain tonight? No Night Rain tonight. Okay, let's watch this with this. So these two were suggested by a viewer: Labyrinth of the Demon King and Kingdoms of Almur. I've never heard of these. Apparently these are several years old, so let's check them out and see what they look like. Hey, now, why is it so grainy? Why are we so grainy, people? Oh, must have kind of a retro, yeah, it's got like a retro art style, it looks like. I can see what they meant when they were saying it's a Kingsfield like. Ooh, it kind of messes with my eyes. Oh, what is that? What's going on? What's this? Looks like it should have been blurred or something. Is that gonna get me banned? Is that a gun? fucking terrifying. Wow. That's crazy. That's like a horror film and a video game put together. I'm sure there's a audience for that. It's probably not my type of game though. It definitely looks like something a certain kind of player would be into though. Do you think back rooms are real? What's a back room? Need to go on, record your thoughts on revisiting Crimson Desert skill issue. Need to go on record about your thoughts. Oh, he's saying it's a skill. Well, thank you for that nuanced take there. It's like a PS2 game. Oh, is it really? It's disturbing. Elder Scrolls 3. Yeah, sounds true. Yeah, it did look like that. All right, this one's Kingdom of Amalur. I don't know how to say that word. Reckoning. What's this all about?
I have seen the future. This is my gift. I have seen empires fall and mad kings rise. I have seen the immortal armies of our foes sweep across our borders.
This is giving like PS3 vibes. Or early PS4.
That was before you died. And your story began.
Yeah. Is it like a turn-based game?
For each life, a reckoning.
To 2012. That's what, like 14 years ago, almost 15 years ago. Dang. No, this is like the really old trailer. Back in, yeah, this is PS3. Oh, I was right. PS3, Xbox 360. Interesting. It looked interesting. Didn't they make a re-reckoning? Hold on. Yeah, there's like a newer version of this. Let's look at that one. This one's from 5 years ago. So this is more modern. It's the re-reckoning. Oh, lockpicking. That's a boss fight right there. Play it your way. Kind of traditional Ashen style. Forge your fate. That looks pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Not bad, not bad. Have you ever felt like you could have had, but if you did, it might have been where you were when you didn't know? Yeah, I have felt that, but I didn't want to be gay, so I didn't. Now this Kingdom of the Reckoning looks like one of those forgotten RPGs that secretly peak and hits a nostalgia bone when you revisit it. It kind of does look like that, yeah. Like I think of like Heavenly Sword back in the day. Or like there's an old like Japanese samurai type style game that launched with PS3 called Genji. Like those kind of games like are nostalgic to me, and they would slap if I got a chance to play them again. But if a person today, like if some younger dude today played it for the first time, having never played it back then, they'd probably be like, this is mid. Like, where's all the updated mechanics and the better visual? Like, they're, it's just not the same unless you experienced it back when it came out, Jamal said he saw you in the back rooms, level 60. All right, well, tell Jamal I said, what's up? Anyway, all right, guys. That's all we got for today. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Thanks for chilling. No stream over the weekend. We'll be back on Monday. We'll probably continue Crimson Oath on Monday. We're in the final area of Crimson Oath. But speaking of Crimson Oath, my review for the game will come out tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that if you're interested in my in-depth analysis of Crimson Oath. But we'll probably continue that because we're in the final area. Maybe we might even beat it if we can lock in. And then after that, we got a whole lineup of games we're gonna try next week. We'll probably try Witchfire, the new update. I'm gonna try and get Elden Ring Convergence, the Convergence mod. We're gonna try to get that going if my PC can handle it, and a bunch of other stuff as we go on. So no challenge runs next week, but a lot of cool new experiences and stuff to try out and let you guys see. So hope you guys have a great weekend. Thanks to all the channel members for chilling with me, sticking with me, supporting what I do. Really appreciate it. Thanks to every single viewer. If you watch my stuff, regardless of whether you've ever paid me money or not, support is support, and I appreciate it 1000%. So have a great weekend. I'll see you guys on Monday. Peace out.